Welcome. Day 87 of being a full-time YouTuber. Whey! So I quit my 9 to 5 about 87 days ago, and now I'm all in on YouTube / being a digital entrepreneur. So how are we getting on? YouTube, first and foremost, 55k subs, decent. I suppose we have members now inside of Skool, which is pretty cool. So in Skool, we have 45 total members, which is sick. In today's video, I want to really talk about a couple of things. Number one is how I've gone from basically zero to, how much revenue this month? $800 in Skool in my first month, which is good. Number two, it's probably going to be on sickness, which is just an interesting thing I want to touch on. And number three is the future. Whoa. Oh no. Future of AI, as we're going to do it anyway. So first of all, let's just do different colours, I suppose, for each of these. $0 to $800. So what happened? Well, we hit 50k on YouTube, and I decided to do a $50 for an entire year. Now that gave us about 7 or 8 memberships. I think it was 7 full price, so 50, and then one guy went from 10 a month to 50. So increased $40. So the whole promotion got us about $390, which is amazing. And our current strategy has basically, first I suppose, the sales for these kind of leads into the next bit too anyway, which is for all of our members, basically every 5 members, we've gone up $1. So we started at like 12 members or something. So we started at $7, then $8, then $9, etc. And every time we want the annual price to be about 50% of whatever that would be. So price times 12 for the months. So roughly that, or like slightly less. So like a 48% discount or something. So slightly more, I suppose. The discount is supposed to be about 50% or less, basically. Between 40 and 50%. And that has been gaining me like an annual member per every 3, maybe 4 paying members, which means that like monthly recurring, we're gaining, like $10-ish per person, which is alright. If they stay for 3 or 4 months, that's like $30 or $40. Or if we get like one annual member, sure, we're not going to get any more payments, but it means this month we'll then get that $50 from them. Whereas this person, we need them to stay at least 5 months. So we're pushing for annual for cash flow up front right now because we want to go all in on Skool, but we can't go all in Skool and kind of kill the sponsored videos until we really have certainty of the cash flow, because cash flow is king, especially when you have 2 kids and a partner. I want to say wife, but I can't. Partner, technically. So anyway. So how we've gotten members mainly from our promotion for our 50 for 50, so $50 for 50k. We mainly got newsletter, interestingly. So our newsletter converted like 4 people, and then the rest, I'm pretty sure, like organic Skool search. So it's interesting how on Skool, organic is kind of our biggest source. So here's a cool thing that I built that we'll talk about in a bit. Viral Scout TikTok. So if we go to skool.com/look, let's just go and check out the stats. So we go to settings. So here you can see we have had 37 signups, 287 MRR, but we have also then like whatever I said, 390. Something like that for annual. And if we check here, we can see the conversion rate. Now the conversion rate looks a lot worse than it is because for some of these, so if we check out visitors, this, and this, I was mass changing my links in bio, and when I was doing that using AI, it was opening the links automatically. So for each of these, you can remove like 200 or 300. Basically, and the conversion rate will just bloop straight up, man, because it will like, I don't know, if we're going 2.5%, 37 signups for 1,500, we could easily remove 500, so it'd be 37 on like 1,000, which is whatever that would be, like almost 4%, something like that, which is a lot better. But in any case, if we can see here that sign-ups wise, Skool directly, 21 members, direct, email, YouTube, LinkedIn. So LinkedIn got me a paid member, which is cool. Skool, and that was probably just for the launch. Skool itself, 21, direct, 7. I don't know what direct means. Email invite, these are people who joined for free, like allies they're called. My gosh, it's like a storm outside. Holy moly. YouTube, yeah, so these aren't fully accurate, I've found, because I've changed my initial questions to ask people. No, that's the wrong one. I don't do auto DMs. I now send looms, personalised looms, and people have been saying that they like it. They're like, oh look, even send you a loom, which is cool. Yeah, how did you find us as well? So yeah, that's the general overview of the sign-ups. So Skool Network, how am I getting so many on Skool? So I have a couple of ideas. Number one is that I am active in other people's groups. Being active in other people's groups has definitely gained me more of a following, because I've even had one member join from another group, and that's what they said in their questions. But also, days where I'm active on Skool, so I'm actually posting and engaging and DMing and stuff when I'm not super busy, they're the days I get the most conversions, interestingly. And secondly, because I know that that's not only because people now see me, because most people have found me through search. So it looks like people are searching something like Claude, and I'm coming up for that high or a standout or whatever, which has made me think maybe I should change my name to Build with Claude instead of Build with Look, so that it's better for SEO. But we will see. I'm getting an incoming call. So anyway, TLDR on the other stuff, I guess, before I have to go. Sickness, we've been ill for like 4 days, and when you're doing like 10-hour days, you've suddenly lost like 40 hours, which is insane. So I've been working crazy to try and sort myself out here. And then in the back end for the future of AI, I've been building loads of apps like this one. I've built my portfolio out. I've been building sites for clients as well as my own websites, presentations, and even a command center, which isn't loading because I'm using the wrong server, but for all my AI agents. And so I'm thinking of pivoting to AI apps and teaching people how to do that. So basically, when you used to have an end-to-end workflow, now I'm going to give you the app that I built using Claude and tell you how to manage it using Claude. That's my idea, Robo Nugget style, inside of Skool, where each module is going to be a different app. That's my new idea, because I was looking into co-work, because people want co-work, but co-work is literally just like Claude Code, but worse. So it's like Claude Code with less customization, which is not what I like. I like to build apps. I'm not about how do we have an AI in Excel. You know, I like custom apps that I can do what I want to do. So that's TLDR. Finance-wise, I guess we can probably cover that in a Q1 update, but long and short of it, it's something like, I don't know, is it like 12k total rev and something like that as well in cat? No, is it like 16 and 12 for agreed, signed, and paid, something like that for Q1. Which, you know, I'm pretty happy at, because we'll still try to figure out which direction we're going and find our feet. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more. Check out my stuff. Scripti, how's it going? How's YouTuber Systems going? Rebranded fully to Scripti. This is our new landing page. I think it looks awesome. I love it. And we've had good feedback on Scripti, but I haven't pushed it properly. I've had people ask if they can use it. I need to send it to them. This is a literal quote from Hector, who's our first paying user. Big up Hector, and still our only paying user actually. But yeah, we've moved towards YouTube scripts that sound like you. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, check out AI Look, check out Scripti, check out Skool, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.